Herbalist Water here, and welcome back. Monkeys, submarines, the truth, Omega. Notice that I hadn't even paid attention. Continue the search for the truth, Omega. Space Docker. They're not worthy. That's Pamela Drake. Quick scene with Michael here. And that was the ending. Listen again.
Celebs, they're not like you or me.
Celebs, they're not like you or me.
Celebs, they're not like you or me. Me and Whispy now have been going into this whole TV show, movie thing for a couple months, and I think a lot of you are a bit discouraged. And if it is an answer to a question, there is something to be found. There is still mystery around this, if not a mystery. Regardless, there is still mystery, and I'm telling you that this is a solid pattern. It started off in the beginning of the trailer talking about movie productions, movie stars, then it ends off talking about celebrities. Again, shoot for the stars. I think Whispy's dead on the money. I think he always has been. Shoot for the stars. They're literally talking about stars, celebrities. Red, gold, and green. Red, gold, and green. I don't know if you can see that shit. There you go, there you can see it. Gold, green, zooms out, red, gold, and green. Subliminal, short, but it's still there. Now, this is the title of this actual clip, and this is that fat bitch that Trevor interacts with.
I want to take your fans and a husband and a dog named Skip.
A dog named Skip. Bear that in mind, because that's going to be the second part of this video, and that's going to be what I might look into doing. Now, I'm not going to explain that just now, just we're going to stay on the clip and we're going to come back to that. Remember, a dog named Skip.
We never go anywhere.
We have the horse.
He gets to be in Alabama. Are you okay? It's exactly like being radioactive.
Here we go. Here's the real interesting bit. Bird's eye view. See what he just did there?
Around here, being smart is exactly like being radioactive.
Adopted in both GTA 1 and 2 as the only camera angle in the game, the view simply depicts the player and their surrounding from a bird's eye view.
The eye. Now, this is a little gem I found, and it's quite rare because usually hard to keep track of all this shit that Francis has to say.
Party's over! Do you guys have any respect for the dead?
You took his wallet.
Lester would have wanted me to have his ID. But that's not the point. This man was not just an alcoholic pervert janitor. He was one of us.
Lester, the alcoholic pervert janitor. Lester the molester, ring any bells?
So, you got any idea how we'll do this? Scope it out?
Not really, but I thought we'd start by finding a way into the building.
We're going in through the parking lot?
No. We're waiting for someone to come out of it. The janitor.
But that wasn't what I wanted you to hear. Pay attention.
He hated the Commandant as much as we do. He was filled with impotent rage. Like we are.
This statue here of impotent rage, this fucking meant more to me than Johnny K meant to anyone.
He was filled with impotent rage like we are. Impotent fucking rage. It's not a very common thing to hear, especially in a TV show like this.
Because within Greek mythology, you guys, larkspur is very important. It is also known as delphinium. Now, delphinium is very interesting, but I'm not necessarily going to get into why Delphi has a big relevance within it just yet. What we're going to talk about here is why larkspur was sacred to Apollo.
Yo, what's good? This is your boy Whispy Woodz. In this video, you guys, this is going to be a really short one. I'm going to show you a few things, and I'm just going to ask you one simple question. First few things I'm going to show you are derived exactly from what I was talking about a second ago in a previous video, and that is Apollo. But I want you to understand exactly why and where we are getting these clues from and why they're significant, because I feel as though a lot of people are seeing these things and thinking that me and Herbalist are just pulling a bunch of bullshit out of our ass. So I'm just going to show you exactly what I mean by the broadness of these clues, and realize that these clues have been here literally since the end of 2012. Okay, so understand that these clues are broad enough for us to segregate, for us to see the truth. Now, I know a lot of people hear me say shit like that and they kind of are like, oh, well, dude, it's just a game and blah, blah, blah. Look, the fact of the matter here is, you guys, is that, you know, I'm not a fucking idiot. I know I do some things here and there that are possibly, you know, over dramatic and here and there, but, you know, I'm just having fun with the fact that this mystery is very intriguing, and you can have fun with it just as much. Now, I want you to understand, Delphi, okay? The reason why I've been showing you guys a lot of clues that have been tying to Always Sunny in Philadelphia is no different than why they've assimilated a symbol here within Paleto Bay, okay? And it is part of Bell Farms, or Cluckenbell Farms. But I want you to understand, that bell that they are showing, okay, is a specific bell. As you see, it has a crack, okay? Now understand what I mean by this. Always Sunny in Philadelphia, once again, is not something that I'm bringing up for bullshit, you guys. I'm not bringing it up because it's a fucking show of mine or any of that. I want you to understand, I'm bringing this up because the fucking mystery, okay, is dictating it for us to look at it. And I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. And the fact of the matter here is that even for those who disagree, or those who think that looking at some of the more physical things in the game is more interesting, understand, you're throwing away a lot of answers here, and I mean it. The Liberty Bell, okay? Not only was it known, okay, to be within Independence Hall, okay, but it is in Philadelphia. And we need to understand that not only is Philadelphia tied to a clue that the game is giving us, but the clue that we've been circling time and time again, like James Bond, and why James Bond ultimately ties right back into a jetpack. But this jetpack is called a Bell rocket belt. Understanding that bells were supposed to be segregated and understood. And I've been showing us this from literally day one, you guys, okay? Understand, Apollo, okay? He is the god of music. Something we've looked into. Poetry. Something we've looked into with Alex Bailu, a poet. Art, something we've looked into. Oracles. I'm telling you that their Easter eggs are just separate. We just have to understand how they work separately. Look, Sports Almanac, Back to the Future. Telling the future, archery, catching an arrow, plague, the sickness that has come from pestilence, and all of the evil things that we have seen within Trevor. Medicine, the staff within the snakes, and the scepter. Sun, light, and even knowledge, okay, are all things that we have looked into, and I cannot be more clear on this. Always Sunny in Philadelphia is a clue, a very strong one, you guys, okay? And understand, in my last episode, I brought up a lot of strong clues that tie right back into the mystery that have to do with Bill Paxton and his famous line within a well-known James Cameron film, Aliens. Now, listen to this quote and understand why I segregate and slow down things for us to understand shit we are not looking at in the right way. Original Aliens. Now, this one starred a few actors, you know, most notably Sigourney Weaver and even Mr. Bill Paxton. Now, Mr. Bill Paxton is very interesting, and I will be showing you exactly why.
Well, that's great. That's just fucking great, man.
Now what the fuck are we supposed to do? This is some real pretty shit now, man. That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over. Game over, man. It's game over. Game over, man. It's game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
Like I said, shit that we look at every single day, we take for granted. And I'm just trying to show exactly what we should be appreciating and understanding the right way. Like this color and why it's named
Game over, man.
Like I said, you guys, the clues are right in front of our face. And I did want to show you this so that you understand that this is why I slow things down and segregate things out so we can understand truth as it lies. So now that we've come to some understanding within our connection, okay, that it is tied to the game in more ways than one, I'm going to ask a simple question, and I hope every single one of you can answer it because I want the answer. Do you think I'm making this shit up? And I'm serious because as many times as I get a lot of different comments about, you know, me being either far-fetched or you see that I string things along too much. I've gotten these comments several times, and honest to God, I want to know from the viewers. I want to know from you guys. Do you really think I'm making this shit up? And that is a serious question. Because if you do, I can prove I'm not. But I want to know, seriously, do you really think I made this shit up?
Game over.